Chapter 2. Starting the Petition, Caption, and Questions 1 through 5. In this chapter, you will begin filling out the caption and questions 1 through 5 of the Notice of Hearing and Petition for Expungement. We will refer to this form as the petition. First, you'll fill out the caption on page 1 of the petition. The caption is the top half of the first page of every court form and lists the names of the parties, court file number, and other information. Make sure to type or write your information neatly on your form in the spaces provided. In the box labeled County, write or select the name of the county where your case happened. You must file your paperwork in the county where the criminal case happened. For example, if the criminal case happened in Anoka County, fill in Anoka. If you are filing criminal expungement paperwork in more than one county, do not fill this box in at this time. Next, fill in which judicial district your county is in. In our example, Anoka County is in the 10th Judicial District. If you don't know the judicial district, you can go to www.mncourts.gov. Click on Find Courts and pick your county out from the map or from the drop-down menu to find that information. If you are filing in more than one county, leave this blank for now. The court file number can be found on the top of your Register of Actions, where it says Case Number. If you are asking to expunge more than one case, do not fill in the court file number at this time. The case type, Criminal, is already filled in for you. Below these boxes, you will see State of Minnesota listed as the plaintiff. List your full name, including your middle name, on the line below labeled Defendant/Petitioner. The next section of page 1 is labeled Notice of Hearing and has space for you to include information about the date and time of your court hearing and the address of the courthouse. Skip this paragraph for now. We will talk about scheduling your court date when we are done with the petition. Next is question number 1. This is a statement about what you are asking the court to do. You do not need to do anything here. For question number 2, list all of the names you have ever been known by. Start with your current legal name, including your first, middle, and last name. Add any other legal names you may have used, such as a maiden name, other married name, and any aliases. If you are a senior or a junior, include that information. For question number 3, fill in your date of birth. For question number 4, you need to list all addresses you have lived at since the date of the oldest case you are asking to expunge. For example, if you are asking to expunge a case filed in November of 1997, and that is your oldest case, you will need to list all addresses you have lived at since November of 1997. Whenever possible, include the full address with the house or building number, street name, city, and state. If you do not remember part of an address, look through your records to try to find the information. If you cannot find it, write down as much as you do remember. For example, you might remember that you lived on Main Street in Mankato, Minnesota, but not the house number. It is important that you also include any addresses you lived at that were outside of Minnesota. You can attach extra pages if necessary to list all of your addresses. If you need to attach extra pages for this answer, write See Attachment on the lines provided for question number 4 to let the judge know that you included more information on another page. Label each extra page Attachment number 4. Question number 5 asks why you want an expungement. This question is very important. When you ask for an expungement, the judge must decide whether the benefit to you in having the case expunged is greater than the interests of the public and public safety. The judge doesn't know how the expungement will help you unless you tell them. You should explain all of the reasons you need an expungement in your forms. The judge will read your answer carefully. Any information you want the judge to know should be included in your answer. Ask yourself this question: how do your criminal cases cause problems for you today? Most people try to get an expungement because they lost or were turned down for a job, want to apply for a promotion, were turned down for housing, or are applying for a job-related license. If any of that has happened to you, talk about it. Include where you applied for work or housing, the name of the employer or landlord, the approximate date you applied, and the reason you were given for being turned down, let go, etc. If it has happened more than once, briefly explain what happened each time. If there are other ways your criminal record causes you problems, explain those. The reasons don't have to be related to a job or housing. You should also explain how you think your life will be better if you get an expungement. What improvements will you see? If you have minor children or elderly parents to support, will an expungement benefit your family? If so, how? There is not one right answer to this question. The sample is to give you an idea of what you should think about when answering. On the screen is an example answer that you can review and use to get started. You can attach extra pages as necessary, so the judge has all of the reasons why you need an expungement. If you do attach extra pages for this answer, make sure to write "See attachment" on the lines provided for question number 5. This helps the judge know that you included more information on another page. Label each extra page attachment number 5. Because question number 5 is so important, you might want to ask someone else to read your answer and tell you if your reasons are clear and persuasive. In Chapter 3, you will continue filling out the petition, completing questions 6, 7, 8, and 13.